You thought we were done with our Strat-O-Matic season, now did you? No, 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 not even in the slightest. We may have crowned a champion, but we need to crown whatever the reverse is of that. So, to the teams with the four worst records in our league, two from each conference, well, I'm afraid you're going to have to fight for not getting embarrassed. Folks, welcome to Loser Bowl. Okay, this is starting to turn evil already. Let's be real, the whole concept is so. Who cares? Howdy, folks. Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to another round of Strat-O-Matic football. Folks, we've now entered Loser Bowl. Unfortunately, the four worst teams in our league that finished by record are unfortunately going to have to fight to see which one of them doesn't end up with the embarrassment title. Why? Because if we were doing it for real, we wouldn't be giving the top or all draft pick to just any team. No, no, no. We would have the teams fight over it. Okay, except we're not drafting in this game, so it is what it is. So here's the deal. I'm taking the teams with the four worst records, the two worst in the AFC and the two worst in the NFC, throwing them in the tournament. You advance by losing, or I should say advance by losing. In other words, you don't want to lose, because whoever ends up winning the whole thing is the biggest loser, and we'll have to point and laugh on it. We'll be doing that live 2 weeks from today, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we need to figure out who's going to be in that final game. So first off, let's take the two worst teams in the AFC by record. And unfortunately, the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets ended up on the wrong end of this. They both wound up 5-12. The Jets had a better conference record, so they get to be the home team here. But yeah, unfortunately, I rolled poorly for both of these teams, so guess what? They get to be the fight over who's going to be the biggest loser for the AFC. Now, on the surface, it looks like the Jets should have this on paper, but I don't know. The Ravens got to be 5-12 for a reason. They had a few injuries in the early game, and I think it might have thrown them off just enough. Also, maybe turnovers doomed them in. As for the Jets, well, I think we all know the answer to that one. Oh, and don't worry, the Dolphins fan of me will not be screwing them over. Or at least attempting to. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Kidding. I gotta be subjective when doing this. No biases aside. By the way, we're doing the AFC this week. On the NFC side, Carolina and Chicago are the unfortunate recipients of this tournament. So the loser of this game plays the loser of that NFC matchup, which will be on here next week. And then 2 weeks from today is the live result. And then I have honestly no idea what we're doing afterwards. I'll figure something out. I might be taking a break from this for a little bit. I got some other ideas in the old noggin that I'd like to pull out for this channel, so stay tuned. There's going to be some fun times around. Alright, enough of me talking though and dropping announcements. Folks, you came here to see two teams just fight and prevent embarrassment, so let the awful games begin. Right after I set up. Alright. So for this game, Ravens will be in red, Jets will be in green, which ironically matches their color. Look at that. So the Jets already have an advantage. But it'll be the Ravens who get to be the home away team in this case, determining the opening kickoff. Again, both teams finished 5-12, but the Jets get to be the home team via better conference record. The Jets won 2 more conference games. So Ravens will call odds. Jets win and actually take the opening kickoff. Yeah, the Jets are going to receive. I think they know what's at stake here, so they don't want... Let's see if we can jump on the Ravens early and hope for the best. All right, here we go. Jets, Ravens. Ravens, Jets, excuse me. My bad. Ravens roll 6, and the Jets start at the 25. The Jets starting lineup. Obviously, we have not seen the Jets at all, so this is their first appearance on the show. They've been that bad, unfortunately, but alas, we finally get to see them, and here's their starting lineup. Zach Wilson is the quarterback. Again, Aaron Rodgers is not on this team, so unfortunately they get to suffer with the worst, the worst quarterback, I'm afraid. It's Garrett Wilson at the flanker, so you got the two Wilsons over there. Did I start Breece Hall or Michael Carter? I think I'm going to start Breece Hall at running back. Sounds about right. We've got Corey Davis at the split, who, as we all know, has no hops whatsoever. Shout out to anyone who's seen that video and gets that reference. Elijah Moore is the fullback / slot, even though he's in Cleveland. And it's CJ Uzomah at tight end. I would play Tyler Conklin, but I am carrying over any injuries from our season here. And the Jets have two. Tyler Conklin is one of them, and Sauce Gardner is the other. Uh-oh, that could be interesting. The Ravens, by the way, will have two different lineups as well. Meanwhile, the Jets are going to start off with a run. It's 1st and 10, and we're off now that we've gotten that nitty-gritty out of the way. And Breece Hall's first carry goes for 2. Okay. Second down. I'll flat.
Son of a bitch! You done messed up, Aaron. Now take your ass on down to Oshag Hennessy's office right now and tell him exactly what you did.
Who?
Oshag Hennessy!
Principal O'Shaughnessy?
Get out of my goddamn classroom before I break my foot off in your ass, insubordinate!
Cool! Technical difficulties! Oh my god. Okay, that's awesome. I was not expecting that to happen in this playthrough. Brilliant. You'll have to take my word for all that stuff, I'm afraid. What happened? All right, Baltimore starting lineup. I don't think we've seen them either. You would have thought we would, but alas, somehow we didn't. So here's their starting lineup in all their glory. If I can find them. All right, here we go. Okay, as I mentioned, two people from the Ravens. Any injuries over the regular season carry over. So that's the receiver. So Robinson, Gus Edwards, and one of the Baltimore safeties is out with an injury. Otherwise, here's the rest of the starting lineup. We got Devin Duvernay as the flanker. Marky Andrews is the tight end. J.K. Dobbins is running the ball. Rashad Bateman is splitting. We've got Lamar Jackson as the QB. Let's see what he can do against this Jets defense. I think I had Isaiah Likely, but who else do we have here? Might be Isaiah Likely as the tight end blocking back, and I think that's where I'm going towards. I can't put in DeMarcus Robinson. Yeah, give me Isaiah Likely as the... and ironically enough, he is a blocking back, so that works out. Look at that. How fun is that? All right, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. We'll start out with an off tackle to J.K. Dobbins. And he's getting 3 yards to start us off. Okay. All right, good. The camera is working again. That was funny. I don't know what happened there. 2nd and 7, much like the Jets, they too are going to throw the football. 11 on a flat. Would help if I had these in the correct orientation. Meanwhile, it's incomplete. Lamar was looking for, what's his face? Rashad Bateman. Told you there'd be ugly football. 3rd down and 7. 10 on a short. 13 if it holds. So I have a penalty roll. Yeah, and it's a first down. 13 yards of Mark Andrews. Nothing happens. And we have our first down of the game. All right, 1st and 10. 4 on a line buck. The Jets give up 9 yards on that carry. Okay, we're close. I'm going to say he got pushed out. I'll allow it. 2nd and 1. We're going to start by doing this. End run. What did the Jets do? I think they're going to suspect pass. Instead, they're going to get caught wondering why Lamar's just running wild on them. Oh, and an injury roll. Lovely. Meanwhile, Lamar gets 5 yards in the first. And we already have our first injury roll. That stinks. I see all 4s. What did the Jets play? 4-3. I rolled a 4, so the right linebacker is gone. Period. He's gone this game and the next, but since there's only 1 game remaining, it's really not going to matter at this point. And that right linebacker is unfortunately Quan Alexander. Oof. Meanwhile, the Jets did get, the Ravens got the first down, so that happened. So 1st and 10. Jets don't see this coming. Doesn't matter, they give up only 10 in the first. That's Rashad Bateman again. Cue. All right, 1st and 10 again. Jets will stick with the run for the time being. Oh, now the Ravens have an injury. This is just going really well. I told you there'd be some messy football, and here it is. Unless this penalty is it's a false start, then the injury doesn't count. Nope, it does. So does a 2-yard run from Dobbins, but we're going to have another injury roll. This time it's the Ravens' turn to suffer, as I rolled all 2s. That's how this works. If I roll all 3 of the same dice, it's an injury roll. And the left tackle is unfortunately going to get it. For once again this season, should Baltimore end up on the next one. So, Ravens just lost their starting left tackle, who is... I'm going to have to look at this. Ronnie Stanley, or however you pronounce it. He's gone. Ouch, hate to see that. All right, we're already getting injury bull, and I didn't even ask for it. 2nd and 8. Come on, man. We don't need this. It's an incomplete pass. Lamar was looking for Andrews on that one. 3rd down, do it again. Jets don't see this end run from Lamar coming. 6. What's he get? A short gain and a 1st down for Lamar Jackson. He'll get 15. He gets half what he needs to get to the end zone. 1st down. Jets don't see that end run coming, and Lamar burns them for 15. Very nice. 1st and 10 from the 15. They don't see this one either. 11 on a short. 10 yards, and the Ravens will have 1st and goal to go from the 5 as Lamar gets a 10-yard completion to Mark Andrews. They are in business once again. 1st and goal to go from the 5. The Jets will actually see this coming. 9 on a flat to the receiver to Mark Andrews a 2nd time, and no, incomplete. Almost. All right, 2nd down. Jets figured they're going to try and run it, and they're going to see this coming. 10 on an off tackle. Doesn't matter. Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 5 yards out. He would have gotten 6, but he just needed 5 to hit pay dirt, and he does just that. Unless Justin Tucker rolls a 12, this extra point should be good, and it is for the very first score of the game. So look at that. Baltimore marched down the field with relative ease on that one and gives us the game's opening score. 7-0 in favor of the Ravens. There we go. Now our scoreboard operator is actually doing his job. Oh, and just like that, 5 minutes of the first quarter went by. Speaking of which, guess what time it is? Roll that beautiful music and superhuman speed of playing this game. Something along those lines. Well, the Jets have found a way to move the football. I think the Ravens being down to their fourth-string free safety might have something to do with it, as they just suffered another injury. So, 1st and 10 from the 18. Jets are driving. Can they do something with this? Well, to start off, the answer is no. Breece Hall gets nothing. Oh, that was a flat pass. Okay, I'll let it go. So instead, I goofed up. Oh, it's actually an incomplete, so it doesn't really do anything other than to make Zach Wilson's stats look worse. So that I'll allow the incompletion there. Whoops, I didn't mean to call that. My bad. Oopsies. Jets actually didn't wait. All right, let me start over. All right, well, the Jets are driving. Could be because the Ravens are down to their fourth-string safety, but free safety, as they've suffered multiple injuries, but so be it. Oh, it happens. I just had to readjust the clock there. 1st and 10. Line buck for Breece Hall goes absolutely nowhere. Isn't that wonderful? That's been kind of his night in a nutshell. 2nd down and 10. So far, at least. Nothing doing for C.J. Uzomah either. It's incomplete. Zach Wilson was looking for him. I don't know how to spell his name. Oh, there you go. All right, well, here we go again. 3rd down and 10. 10 on a short. And Zach Wilson eats it. Ouchies. That seems to be the norm for the Jets' offensive line now, doesn't it? Whoever is the high linebacker, so it's going to be Patrick Queen, who I see has the highest defensive rating. Therefore, this is his sack. Patrick Queen gets in there on the blitz and knocks Zach Wilson down for an 8-yard loss. And we're going to have to bring on Greg Zuerlein for a 43-yard field goal. Kick is away. 23 through 32. It's good, but what's this penalty? Opponent number 4. Never mind. They were offsides. That seems to be an issue with the Ravens. They were offsides quite a bit. I'm actually going to decline the penalty because it really doesn't do anything for me. So, actually, you know what? I'll enforce it on the kickoff rather. The field goal, meanwhile, is still good, regardless of what happens there. So, there is that. So, Greg Zuerlein hits. And the Jets have their first points of the game, albeit a field goal. At least they tried, but they couldn't get anywhere close. So it is 7-3 in favor of the Ravens. Hooray. We still got about 4.5 in the first. All right. Ravens are, thanks to a long punt return and 2 dumb Jets penalties, we found ourselves with a 1st and 10 from the 11 as the Ravens entered the red zone. This has just been awesome. Not really. Oh, dear. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, but let's see what the short gain is. The only way this isn't a touchdown is if I roll a 12. Otherwise, Kenyon Drake has an 11-yard touchdown. He does. Touchdown. Kenyon Drake from 11 yards out scores. That's the 2nd rushing touchdown of the day for the Ravens. Let's roll the extra point first, just to get that out of the way with. And that extra point is, in fact, good, as the Ravens take a 14-3 lead. But that injury didn't escape me. Let's see who's going down. It's all ones, too, so that's not good. Who's going down? Oh, God. Oh. And unfortunately, on the play, Lamar Jackson got hit by somebody. Oh, that was just extremely unfortunate. Ravens better hope they win this game because Lamar is out for this game and the next one. Oh, that is horrifying. Yikes. The Ravens are losing people left and right. They've already been down 2 safeties, an offensive lineman, and a cornerback. Now you can throw in their starting quarterback to them in the mix, which means Tyler Huntley is going to have to come in. The former Pro Bowler, for some weird reason. I don't get how that worked either, but who cares? I mean, either way, we're bringing in the backup quarterback for the Ravens. At least they have an 11-point lead, but this could get really messy at this point. I promised y'all messy football, and you're getting it. All right, let's see if the Jets can at least do something here. They kind of need to. All right. No.
Son of a bitch!
That's how many times? 2? Oh, God. We're having technical difficulties up the wazoo today. I'm going to keep Drake in there. He did pretty good. 1st and 10 from the 36. Stop it, camera. You're not helping. How about a 5-yard gain from Drake to start us off?
Son of a bitch!
I said the Ravens are driving after yet another long punt return. Okay, one more time and I'm going to have to fix this camera. I don't know what the hell's going on with it today. Camera's being very, very naughty. I'm going to have a talk with our camera crew afterwards. Meanwhile, it's a 5-yard gain for Kenyon Drake. Oops. I must be hitting something or whatever. It's 2nd and 5. Jets don't see this coming as Huntley's going to attempt another pass. This is kind of a complicated one. 2 through 9 or a 12 is a 5-yard completion and a 1st down. Anything else, it's incomplete. Oh, there you go. It worked. 5 yards to Isaiah Likely. 1st down right at the 3 as he's pushed out right there. So Huntley connects with Isaiah Likely for the 1st. Remember, Lamar Jackson is injured. He is done for the rest of the day. 1st and goal to go from the 3. 10. And there it is. Touchdown. Kenyon Drake from 3 yards out. He would have gotten 6. It didn't matter. He just needed 3, and he's good. And he gets his 2nd touchdown of the day.
Son of a bitch!
We're going to have to go behind the scenes and fix this. Extra point, meanwhile, is good. Okay, so I'm going to need to have a talk with the camera crew. They're screwing up. But yeah, Kenyon Drake, now they 3-yard TD run to make it a 21-3 game. So if the Ravens score one more touchdown, the Jets are going to win this game by default. That's how this works. All right. Jets are falling more and more behind. We've got 4 1/4. So far, it looks like they're going to end up losing. And remember, if you lose, you advance. And you don't want to in this scenario. So, Jets, you need to pick this up, or, you know what? Have the Ravens score one more touchdown. Then you'll have a shot. Folks, we have signs of life from the Jets finally. Although a Baltimore penalty just helped them even further. Nevertheless, it's 1st and goal to go from the 17 with 2:15 left. Everybody's got all their timeouts, and the Ravens do get the ball to start the second half. So keep that in mind. Oopsies. How about no gain for Breece Hall as we now slam into the 2-minute warning. Okay. So I guess we're going to go 2nd and 10 now. 9 on a flat. To the receiver, it's C.J. Uzomah. He's going to lose a yard unless this penalty counts. And not, it's actually going to be even worse. How about a holding penalty? Yeah, how about a holding penalty that the Ravens will happily accept? Yeah, so back them up 10 more. That brings us down to 152, by the way. So now we have a 2nd and 20 of all things. Not exactly prime. 6 and a short. Nothing's there, so incomplete. I was looking for Corey Davis. All right, well, here we go. 3rd down and 20. I'm going to do it. What's the worst that could happen? 7 on a long. Zach Wilson's going to have to run this. That's the worst that could happen. And Wilson only gets 3 on the forced scramble there. So he didn't even get a chance to throw the ball. Ravens are calling a timeout. That's their first, as you probably could expect. I mean, 4th and 17, I ain't going for it. So Greg Zuerlein has to attempt another field goal from 41. Kick is away. Oh, he's got it. And the attempt is good. And the Jets score yet again, but once again, it's another field goal. Courtesy of Greg Zuerlein. And Jets, you ruined it. You ruined it. You were on pace to be down 28-3 and win this and secure a win, but you ruined it. So now it's 21-6. Although remember, the Chiefs came back from 28-6 in our Super Bowl run back. The Jets are not the Chiefs though, so there's that. 2 completely different teams. I don't think the Jets have it in them. Well, anyways, it's the Ravens' turn. Let's see what happens on the kickoff here. Jets are getting it from their own 25. I might as well do something with it with 1.5 minutes and 2 timeouts. Sure, why not? Again, we've got Tyler Huntley in there, but I'm sure we can make something happen with this. I think, yeah, Dobbins, I believe, is the better receiver. He is, to an extent, so I'll put him in there. Okay, so it's 1st and 10 here. I'm going to see if I can go for it. 5 on a flat. 7 yards in a first. Baltimore's going to try and hurry up here. So Hundley completes a 7-yarder to Mark Andrews on his... All right, 2nd and 3. Seven and a short. And Huntley's going to have to run this. I don't think he's a very good runner. He is not Lamar. Not even close, but he does get 2 in a first. 2. He's short a yard. And for some reason, the Jets decide to take a timeout. That's their first. They clearly want the ball, or they think they're getting it. Well, let's see what happens. 3rd and 1. Actually, same receiver. 3rd and 1. Let's see what happens. 6 and a flat. Well, thank you for doing that. 4-yard completion, first down. Once again, the Ravens are going to try and hurry up. That one goes to Duvernay, by the way, for the first. All right. First down, 1st and 10. Nine on a short. Nothing's there, so it's incomplete. Huntley was looking for Duvernay. Doesn't work. 2nd down. I kind of need to hurry up a little bit. 5 on a short, and Huntley's going to have to run yet again. This time he gets 6, so he gets to the 44. Jets keep thinking they're going to get the ball back, so they call a timeout. That's their second. The Jets must think they're going to get the ball back somehow. Well, we'll see if that's true or not. Meanwhile, it's 1st down. It's, 3rd and 4. I kind of need to push this ball down the field. 12 on a short, and nothing is there. Oh, would you look at that? I guess the Jets are getting the ball back. Looking for Duvernay yet again. All right, you know what? I get the ball back in the second half. Punt. 7. 47-yard punt. Certainly crazier things have happened, but I don't think it will count in this case. And the Jets only have 15 seconds to do something from this. We will start at the 11. It's only a 2-yard return. All right, Jets only have 22 seconds to really do something, as much as I hate to admit it. Okay, I said 15, I misspoke. They only have 2 timeouts, so they can certainly do something, but I don't think it will. All right, really, my only choice is a long pass here. I don't know who to do it. Davis is a 6. Yeah, I think Corey Davis is probably my best bet, really. All right. We'll try it. I doubt something will happen, but we'll try it. 1st down. 11 on a long. And that's exactly what I was afraid would happen. A sack. A sack. And, of course, Baltimore gets it from Calais Campbell, who gets a 2nd sack of the game. Ouch. That wasn't supposed to happen. Baltimore actually takes their 2nd time out. They're daring the Jets to do something, and no. Jets will not oblige. Wilson is forced to take a knee to let the clock run, and sadly, that's how this half is going to run. Ouch. Kind of anticlimactic ending there, but the Jets ain't risking a safety. So, 21-6. Yeah, Ravens are just dominating this one, as you might expect. Lamar had 60 yards passing and 27 yards rushing before he left the game. Huntley has done pretty good so far. 29 yards passing, 8 yards rushing. Not as good, but close enough. So you might expect the Ravens have both done most of their damage on the ground. 3 TDs from both running backs combined. The receiving core hasn't really done anything. I mentioned Calais Campbell has 2 sacks. He just got 1 on that drive. And then there's this. Baltimore is having like an infirmary going. It's just nasty. Fortunately, if they win, none of this will matter, and it will fall on the Jets instead. Speaking of the Jets, that's what you'd expect from Zach Wilson. Not very good. Same with Breece Hall. Same with their offense. This is what you'd expect from the Jets. You'd expect more out of their defense, though. But this is typical Jets right here. Don't be surprised by any of this. I promised y'all ugly football, and that's exactly what I'm delivering, as one might assume. So, we're going to have to see if the Jets can do something here. The Ravens do get the ball to start the second half, though. So, let's see if the Jets can at least survive that first. If not, this could get really ugly. So, let's start the second half. Jets have woken up. They finally woke up. 2nd and 5 right now from the 17. Uh-oh. To the receiver. I'll deal with the penalty in a minute. Uzma again. We'll have 6 if this counts. Opponent was offsides. I'll take the yardage. Thank you very much. First down. Penalty is declined, by the way. So Uzma for 6. All right, 1st and 10 from the 11. Okay, we're just going to keep slinging it. It seems to be working. 3 and a flat. That didn't work. Instead, Garrett Wilson goes backwards 4 yards. Why? Why? Stop that. You were doing so good, and now you have to pull that out. Okay, I see what we're doing here. 2nd down and 14. Actually, the Ravens will misguess this and think it's a run play. 7 on a short. Doesn't matter because down goes Garrett. Down goes Zach Wilson. Again. Gotta love that run defense. And it's Patrick Queen getting his 2nd sack of the game. Gotta love that Jets offensive line, eh? Just all full of themselves. Okay, 3rd down. I gotta try it at the very least. I got an idea. I have a funny feeling this is going to be 4 down territory. That certainly didn't help. 4 on the short. Uh-oh, interception roll. 2 through 4, 11, or 12. No. At least the Ravens secondary held, but he was looking for Corey Davis again. I don't want to kick a field goal, but I really have no choice in the matter, so we're going to do it. Zerline from 41. Kick is away. We should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Good. Did not want to do that, but I literally had no choice. So Greg Zerline hits his 3rd field goal of the game, but that is not what I wanted to do. Fortunately, it's only 21-9. I suppose it could be a lot worse for the Jets. So they have yet to score a touchdown, much like the Jets on our timeline. Their offense is struggling, but at least they managed to come away with points on that somewhat impressive drive. Except the sack kind of killed them. So 21-9 Ravens. They don't see this coming. 5 and an off tackle. Oh, fumble roll. Unless this is an 8 through 10. It's a fumble. And the Ravens get it. Oh. Oh, no. It's Breece Hall coughing up the ball. Oh, dang it. That was not supposed to happen. Oof. Oof. Fumble is forced by Patrick Queen, who also gets onto it. You know what? I'm going to allow a return. Evens. Just for this occasion. Nope, no return. Sorry. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Does not matter one bit. Ouch. So unfortunately, the Jets gets great starting field position and then proceed to get cute on 2nd and 10 and fumble the ball. Patrick Queen just absolutely stomped him into a mud hole and then, yeah, got it himself. Oh, well. Still 21-9. There's been no scoring, as you might expect. All right. We have a 4th and 5. I'm probably not in. No, I'm a yard away. Oh. Tucker's range is 41, and we're at the 42. Fine, we'll do it. We'll do it, but this isn't exactly what I want to be doing. 4th and 5, I'm going for it. It's pretty much no man's land, so I don't have no choice, really. I think he's a better option. All right, there we go. 3rd and 5, 4th and 5. 8 to the receiver. Does Duvernay get this? He does. There you go. There's your 5 yards. He got exactly that. Huh, good way to end the third quarter, excuse me. As Duvernay gets 5 yards in the first. As we now enter the final quarter of this game. Jets, you need 12 points to at least not end up on the wrong end of embarrassment city. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, 4th and 2. There's 2 ways I could do this. I could either get really cute and go for the field goal and make it a 15-point game, or try to go for it and see what happens. I know the Jets haven't really done anything offensively all game except for that one drive, but they haven't scored any touchdowns. Let's do it. 4th and 2. I'm going for it. Screw it. And it worked. Oh, wait a minute. We have a penalty. This might change everything. Oh, holding offense. 10 yards. No first down. Kick a field goal. Dang it. Oh, I rolled number 3. It's a holding penalty. All right. We'll take the 46-yard field goal. Jeez. It's still good. Sorry, I missed. I didn't take the first roll, and I'm like, wait a minute. You probably should. That doesn't count. Re-roll it. So anyways, Justin Tucker hits, regardless of what happens on that. So at least the Ravens get the 15-point lead they were looking for. So there you go. Jets still need 2 touchdowns to really have a shot at this. Okay, 11:45 left. Jets need 2 touchdowns and 1 2-point conversion to at least force a tie. That's basically what we're staring at right now. So, oh boy, Jets, you got to do something here, and fast. Well, the Jets must have heard me because they are driving. They're at the, they are currently sitting at the 14 of the Ravens. 1st and 10. 7 on a flat. It's a 5-yarder to C.J. Uzomah. That brings up a 2nd and 5 on their behalf. Okay, 2nd and 5. 7, and Breece Hall's getting 5 more. There we go. Exact same roll. Would you look at that? So it's Breece Hall catching a 5-yarder. Okay, now who's the blocking back for the Jets? 1 second before I attempt this 1st and goal to go from the 4. Okay, Conklin's out. It may actually be Uzomah, which is kind of ironic. It is, so I kind of have to leave. Yep, I'm going to have to leave more in there. That's right. Uzomah, turns out, is the blocking back, and the Jets don't have a fullback. But Tyler Conklin is injured, remember, so I kind of have to leave this in. 1st and goal to go from the 4, and I don't see this coming. 7, and unfortunately, that means it's a touchdown. Short gain for Brees Hall. I'm not going to roll it. Well, let's just be curious and see what he would have gotten. He would have gotten 16, but he only needed 4. Ravens just completely get caught napping, and Brees Hall just sprints in for the easiest TD ever. Extra point. We don't need to go for 2 just yet. Good. Next touch score, we will definitely have to go for it. For real. But regardless, the Jets now have pulled within 1 score. So on their next touchdown, they will need that 2-point conversion. But nevertheless, they are still in this. 24-16. Very impressive drive there. Capped off by the Elijah Brees Hall TD run. Good grief. All right, we have a game somehow. See if the Ravens can avoid this fate. Fourth down, and somehow we find ourselves in Justin Tucker's range. So guess what? We're doing it. 58-yard field goal, 2 through 8, it's good. 9 through 12, no. You would not expect anything less from Justin Tucker at that range. All right, 58-yarder, end of his range. Kick is up and no good. Tucker misses it. Oh, that X was doesn't count. Nice try. But Justin Tucker misses that field goal. He had the distance. He didn't get anywhere close. How about that? So Jets, unfortunately, will take over right at that spot with 6 minutes to go, and they have a chance to tie the game potentially. They're down by 8. Let's see if they can do it. Okay, here we go. It's happening, folks. It's happening. Remember how I said the Jets couldn't come back from like 24-9? And they're not the Chiefs? Well, yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. First down and goal to go. They got the Ravens defense on the ropes as they guessed this wrong. 6 and a flat. 6 yards for Brees Hall. He's pushed out at the 12. Remember, they need, if they score they basically need a touchdown, and they're gonna have to go for 2 if they get it. Keep that in mind. 2nd and 4. All right, Ravens are just going back. Going to call on their secondary for help. 4 and a flat. Interception roll, but it's only 2 or a 12. That isn't either. I mean, there is a 2 in there, but that doesn't count. Wilson was looking for C.J. Uzma. All right, 3rd and 4. 7, and there you go. There's a short gain. Does Garrett Wilson have a touchdown? I think 11 or 12, that's not the case. Anything else, he's got it. Touchdown! There it is! Garrett Wilson from 12 yards out. The Jets are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. As Zach Wilson somehow throws his first touchdown pass of the game to Garrett Wilson to make it 24-22. And you know what's coming up next. I said it was going to have to happen, and by God it is. 2-point conversion. They have to go for 2 to tie this up. Okay. What am I thinking here? I can't throw it to the same guy. Unfortunately, so Garrett Wilson's kind of out on this one. I suppose we'll do that. Ravens are clearly going to think pass. Okay, we'll see if Brees Hall can get this. You know what? Elijah Moore. All right, Elijah Moore, can you get this one? 2-point conversion. 6 yards? Yes! 2-point conversion is good. As Zach Wilson hits Elijah Moore right in the middle of the end zone. And folks, Unbelievably, we have a tie ball game. It was 24-6. I sincerely thought this game was over, and the Jets have miraculously come back to tie it. I promised y'all a messy football game, and that's exactly what you're getting. Ravens have 3:45 to respond to this. A score helps, but remember, there's no Lamar Jackson, so this could get really ugly. All right, Tyler Huntley, let's see what you can do. Wow. The Ravens are actually on the doorstep now. 1st and 10 from the 14. We've hit the 2-minute warning. All right. Ravens are actually going to start by running this. Got some big plays from Mark Andrews on this drive. Let's see if it can keep going. And sure enough, a long gain for J.K. Dobbins. Might be a touchdown. Let's see. It is! Touchdown! He would have gotten 16, and he needed 14 to hit the end zone. Oh, there you go. The Ravens are back on top, just like that. J.K. Dobbins gets his 2nd TD run of the game. And Justin Tucker hits the extra point after the fact. And just like that, the Ravens have now regained the lead, and they're putting pressure on the Jets to score one more time. 31-24. 152 though, so the Jets still have plenty of time to pull this out, but my goodness, they could have done without that. Nice clutch drive from the Ravens though. All right, here's the kickoff. Hey, start at the 25, Jets. All right, Jets need 75 yards in a minute 52 to at least keep this game going at bare minimum. Or if they really want to, they can go for 2 and win the game. Whatever you want. But a field goal really does them no good whatsoever. So, all right, let's see what we can do here. 1st and 10. I think the run game's pretty much useless at this point. They have all 3 of their timeouts, by the way, so there is that. And we're going to start off with a short gain. Yep. Short gain to Garrett Wilson, who's getting 13. That is not ideal. Not even remotely ideal. I'm going to have them hurry up a little bit. All right, 1st and 10 from the 38. 10 on a flat. It's an interception roll and a penalty, but it's only 2 through 4. That doesn't count. Neither does that. I mean, there's a 4 in there, but that doesn't count. What's the penalty, though? Nothing. Incomplete. And was looking for Elijah Moore and found nothing. All right. 2nd and 10. Eight on a flat. To the receiver being Garrett Wilson, who gets just 3? That's it? Ew. That stinks. Okay, and just a 3-yard completion to Garrett Wilson, which kind of stinks there. Meanwhile, the Jets just took their first time out. So there's a minute 22 left. 3rd and 7. Ah, man. This isn't ideal, but whatever. As long as it's not a sack. 3rd and 7. Nothing's there. Incomplete. Was looking for Garrett Wilson a 2nd time and found nothing. Okay, 4th and 7. Oh boy, I have to throw a short pass, don't I? Yep. All right, Corey Davis, don't fail me now. 4th and 7. We have no choice but to go for this. 10 on a short. That was the absolute worst result. 2 through 6. And it's an interception. Picked off. Ouch. What about the return? Oh no! It's a 22-yard gain on the interception return, and it's a fumble somehow. But the Ravens recover. Oh, yikes. That could have saved the Jets, and it didn't. Oh, that was hilarious. We almost got a fumble on that off of that. Zach Wilson was looking for Corey Davis on that one, and instead he found not Marlon Humphrey, he's injured. Kyle Hamilton. Fun fact, Kyle Hamilton does not play for the Jets. Unfortunately, as Kyle Hamilton was returning that interception, someone on the Jets knocked the ball out from him, and he actually fumbled it. Fortunately, the Ravens defense recovered the fumble, so no harm, no foul there, but that's could have saved the Jets. Instead, Kyle Hamilton walks away with a pick. That is Baltimore's second turn takeaway of the game. This game could very well be over if the Ravens get a first down, really. That's what this basically boils down to. So give me Kenyon Drake. Actually, I'm going to keep Dobbins in there because he got a few good ones. So, all right, 1 minute remaining here. A first down basically ends the game, although they're in Justin Tucker field goal range, even though he already missed one earlier. Okay, we'll see if he can do it. See what happens here. 1st and 10. For real? A fumble roll? Okay. Well, just a 2 for a 12. That's an even on the above, so it's a 2-yard gain, and the Jets are going to be forced to take a timeout. That's their first. No fumble from Dobbins, but he gets 2. All right. 2nd and 8. 10 on an off tackle, and he is going backwards a yard, or is he? Nope, he is going backwards a yard. That is very unfortunate. And the Jets are now out of timeouts as they call their final one. 3rd and 9. I have a kind of a decision to... Oh, I'm in Justin Tucker field goal range. What the hell am I doing? 3rd and 9. We're going for the pass. Jets kind of see this coming, and 9 on a short. To the receiver, to Mark Andrews. Okay, what's the penalty? Nothing, and that's the ball game. Andrews catches it for 10 yards and a first down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it. As Mark Andrews goes over 100 yards receiving, and he picked a really good time to do so. Huntley will just take a knee as the Jets can't stop the clock anymore, and that's your ball game, folks. Baltimore pulls it off with a win. They win by a final score of 31-24. And guess what, Jets? You're going to the next round. Congratulations. I love it when a plan comes together. Wow, all unfortunate for the Jets. Oh well, Ravens win 31-24 and in the process eliminate themselves from the tournament. However, that is the point of this tournament. You're supposed to eliminate yourself. That's what you want. So yeah, even though the Baltimore had literally their entire team on the IR, at least Tyler Snoop Huntley went 18 for 26, 181. So he kind of did what he was supposed to do there. They got all 4 TDs on the ground, 2 from Dobbins, 2 from Kenyon Drake. I mentioned Mark Andrews went over 100 yards receiving. That's about correct. And of course, we have the 2 takeaways. One from Patrick Queen on a fumble, and Kyle Hamilton at the end of the ball game to seal it with the pick. On the Jets, this was a very admirable effort. I'll give them that. Zach Wilson had 287 passing and a TD. That pick at the end of the game did them in. Breece Hall ended up going for over 100 yards. He got a TD, but he also fumbled a ball. Garrett Wilson caught a TD as he had 91 yards and 10 catches. Hall actually had 186 all-purpose yards, so he was the man. The Jets just couldn't, just fell behind by too much, and it was too little too late. Not much going on the defense. 3 sacks. Yeah. So unfortunately for the Jets, congratulations. You've advanced. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, I'm only kidding. Maybe. But no, unfortunately for the Ravens, they are eliminated. But again, that's the whole point. You're supposed to eliminate yourself, not actually lose. So unfortunately, the Jets are going to be the AFC end of our tournament. The NFC, however, is still yet to play. And for that, it'll be Bears and Panthers next week. The Bears had the worst record in our playthrough at 4-13. The Panthers ended up at 5-12, but it was more than enough to be the second worst. The Panthers will host that game. The Jets are going to face whoever comes out of that heap as the loser in our live loser bowl 2 weeks from today at 10 a.m. Eastern. As for next week, we'll be getting Bears Panthers and trying to figure out who from the NFC will be coming out of that heap. Hopefully that game is just as entertaining as this one. And chances are it's going to be more of a dumpster fire. We're talking about 2 of the worst teams in the league. I mean, the Bears had the number 1 pick in this, not only in our timeline 2 years in a row, but if we're going by the year this card set came out, they should be the worst team by default. The Panthers, they were pretty bad. I think they had like 6 or 7 wins in this card set's year, but even then, most of that was from an interim coach, so take that as you will. That should be a dumpster fire of a game. So I'm not expecting much, but yeah. We will be getting Jets, loser of next week's game. As it pertains to home field, I guess whoever has the better record gets to host. I don't know what I'm going to do if it's the Panthers, though. I'll have to look at non-conference records first. I know if the Bears lose, the Jets will automatically host. But yeah, that's... Oh, well. Anyways, congratulations, Baltimore. You eliminated yourself. Good job. And with that, I am done. We'll see you next week for Panthers Bears. Oh boy, expect a lot of, like I said, expect an absolute dumpster fire. And then we'll see who the Jets face. So, thanks for watching. Hit the usual buttons. I'm not going to tell you a million times. And, thanks again. Bye. I love it when a plan comes together. Wait, is this camera still rolling?